Hi everybody, I want to show you what I've been working on since I've been so quiet, and I want to tell you why I've been working on it. Well, it's all about approvals. You guys have shown such love and appreciation for the Approval Center that I wanted to help address a couple of issues that have come to my attention. So although everybody says they love the Approval Center, what I learned last week and also the week before that, as well as at the MVP Summit the past 3 weeks, I've got different people reaching out to me from SharePoint saying, I would like it if I could see everybody's approvals as a site collection admin. I want to see everybody's approvals, not just the ones I sent and received. And maybe I'm running a project and I can't even get access on that level, right? I'm just a regular user that's managing all the approvals for a library. And I want to see everything that's been sent. That's not the way the Approval Center is set up. This Approval Center is not thinking about SharePoint. It's consolidating all of the approvals that you have sent or have received all across all the data sources for this environment, right? So it's uniting all the approvals that have been set out, in this case, in relation to the default environment. And so it's not thinking about SharePoint specifically. But I understand why SharePoint users might want to see their approvals grouped by SharePoint site or grouped by different people that are involved. So I realized that that's not part of the feature set. But what bothered me is that a few people said that they had actually drifted away from the approvals actions using something else so that they could get back that ability to see all the approvals that were sent and received, whether or not they sent or received them. Well, I said, oh, no, don't do that. You can actually have the best of both worlds. You can continue to use these approval cards because there's such value in these cards. They cross all devices. They work in your email. They go to your phone. As long as your phone is set to the same environment as the approval will pop up on your phone and enable you to just single button approve and you're done, right? So I would not move away from using the approval actions or the approval center. But I sat and I thought about this and I came up with a few ideas, and you might want to add your own. But this is what I came up with that I want to show you, that I've gotten started on, and then I will give you more how-tos next week. So I made a flow, and in this case, I wanted to get the biggest bang for my buck. So my one flow actually does 3 different workflows. So what I did was I did a workflow that I triggered using the trigger for selected item or for selected file. Because those can include prompts like our buttons, and more importantly, I can share them with the library or the list in the SharePoint site, and they will show up right here in my ribbon so that people will know, hey, there's a workflow already there for this, right? So I really like using this mechanism to get the workflows visible in the SharePoint library or list. Okay, that was another feedback I got. We want to see it in the library or the list. 100% possible, especially in this case, because I'm using the for selected item or for selected file trigger. Now, once I trigger this file, which by the way, this is a flow, a single flow, like I said, that I've shared with the SharePoint site and I've shared with the SharePoint list. It's that sharing action that has it show up here, by the way. Now, I said I had 3 workflows in one flow. Did it on purpose. I wanted to show you how you can optimize your flows to do multiple things without having them be long-winded or without having to make 3 different workflows, right? So this single flow can do an editor review, which means that this review is an approval, but it will be sent out to a group of editors, and it has instructions about editing and providing comments. The second workflow that this flow handles is a publish approval workflow, which goes to a different set of people who are our approvers. They are not editors, they are not the same people. And these approvals will allow the content to go live customer facing. Thirdly, we have another group of people, which happens to be me, which is for requests for deprecation. And requests for deprecation means this is content that's public, but we want to deprecate it. We want to remove it from the public eye. Maybe they want to take it offline until they refresh it, or maybe it's expired in its value, okay? But all three workflows are running from one flow called collateral review process, okay? So I'm going to pick request for deprecation, and I'm going to run the flow. Now watch the list item here. You'll notice that department is blank and approval status is draft, and title was also blank. What this workflow does, in addition, it does some cleanup. If there's no title, it copies the name into the title, a little pet peeve of mine. It also adds the user's department to this column, so we don't even have to ask them that kind of thing because that information's in their profile. So I can reuse it. In this case, I'm going to use that in my Power BI dashboard that I'm going to connect to this later on. And then finally, it set the status to pending because an approval has been sent out. You might have heard my phone, but on my phone, the approval card has popped up for the default environment, enabling me to approve that with a 2-button press on my phone, okay? I love that feature, and it's really hard to get that any other way, okay? So, great. What else is going on here? So you know that if I go to the approval center, because I'm using these approvals, I will only see here what was sent to me and what was sent by me. But I want to show you how I got a page on SharePoint with all of them. So I'm going to create a new page on a modern SharePoint site. And I'm just going to use the blank format, and I'm just going to call this Team Approval Dashboard. And this will have all of the approval cards for everyone that is working in that approval process. And I can link that approval process to at least a maximum of 2 SharePoint lists, okay? And they can be in different places, okay? Now, what I'm going to do is embed a Power App. That's what built my dashboard. And so I'm just going to look for my Power Apps widget, and then I'm going to go back to Power Apps and get this from the app details. So just to show you how I did that. From the app 3 dots, I clicked on details, and now I need this link right here. I'm going to copy that link. I'm going to go back to that page and paste it over here. At that point, I have the ability to either turn on a border or not. It depends. If you have a white background, you might want to turn on a border just to differentiate, but it's an option you have now. The Power Apps team not only gives you a border, but they have added the ability to size the actual app. So right here in the corner, I can pull on this and have it fill that whole widget area. And then I can publish this page. Okay, so now what do I have here that I've built that we'll talk more about next week is we have a dashboard page. I'm just going to refresh, and you'll see that my app is going to pop up on the screen. Now, what's special about this app, guys, is that the app is showing me all the approvals from that library, whether they are from me and to me, or whether they are from and to someone else. Every single approval is shown here in a separate app card, right? And so you see who it's from and who it went to. You see the title of the workflow, which is in this case the type. We've got 3 types. We've got editor, publish, and request for deprecation. Underneath that, we have the file name and extension. And look at that. Power Apps now enables you to have file thumbnails. Are you not blown away by that? You can actually see the file in advance. Now, because I'm in an app, right, I can scroll as long as I want to see all the things that are in this app. You can see the one we just added. This is the most recent workflow going from me to me because I own requests for deprecation. Now I've taken it away from the other person, so you can move people in and out of security groups if you want to use them there. And actually I'm using Office 365 groups for these. And then over here, I've set up a way to filter by show me all my pending. So irrelevant to who it's from and to, show me all my pending, show me all my approved, show me all my rejected. And I can also search across all of these, no matter who owns what, by the type of approval process, right? So I can look for publish, or I can look for the request for deprecation. This is using starts with, or I can search for my publish. So you can see that being that I'm using Power Apps, I can add all this extra value so that I can have a custom dashboard, and I've embedded that right here on my SharePoint page. And so I can use this page as a place where I can keep everybody up to date as to how we're doing with our approvals. Okay, so one last thing, I even made these thumbnails, which thank you Power Apps, and thank you SharePoint team for enabling us to have thumbnails. But it's very easy when you click on a thumbnail to launch the file. You all know what function I use for that, so if you don't, go look it up. And it will open the file, enable me to review it there. So I'm going to finish the app that has all of these cards in it. I'm going to add a little bit more functionality to it, and then I'll show it to you next Friday and answer questions about how it's done. In the meantime, you guys might want to think about, how do you think I did this? What do you think was the methodology that I used so that I could take advantage of Microsoft Flow's Approval Center, but also extend it specific to my SharePoint site so that I could embed something very custom for my team? So lots of opportunities here for you to think about. Please don't ever say goodbye to new features for the sake of a particular business scenario. I'll help you out so that you can get that scenario going. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I'm so excited about sharing all the wonderful things. I've got like an even longer backlog now because Flow has so many exciting things I want to share with you. And of course, I always want to show you how you can leverage the entire platform to take advantage of all this goodness. So you have a great weekend, and I'll be talking to you soon.